Okay, we're here today on RealAgriculture.com at CropWeek in Saskatoon. We're here right now with Mark Thibeault from the Canadian Wheat Board. Welcome today, Mark.
Hi there.
Mark, please explain what you do at the Canadian Wheat Board.
I'm the Senior Manager of Supply Optimization, so we're the liaison between the sales department and logistics. We determine what we have available for export and domestic consumption and determine how much grain we can sell through the various corridors.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about grain movement in Western Canada. Do you see coming up this year in 2010 any challenges or any issues with grain movements, or what's in front of you?
We've got a lot of grain to move this crop year, a lot of grain that has to be exported. So we're going to be pushing the capacity to at or near maximum levels for the next few months.
Okay, but it's definitely a doable situation?
Yes, we believe it is.
Okay. So, Mark, what do you say to people that sort of criticize the grain handling system in Canada and say, oh, it could be more efficient, it could be better? What are some of the things that you focus on in your job?
Well, things that we focus on is making sure that we're moving farmers' grain in the most efficient manner possible. So, for example, if we have sales off of the East Coast or the West Coast, we want to make sure we're drawing from the areas that reduces the internal freight and saves money for farmers.
Okay, so I guess at one time that was probably done with a lot of paper and a lot of pencils and a lot of maps and drawing. And
yes.
I'm sure now it's quite digitized.
Yeah, it is. We've got a lot of models running now and ways of making it most efficient as possible.
Okay, so when you do your planning for logistics, how far out and how are you managing that? Like, are you planning how much wheat is going to be grown this cropping season and planning into 2011 already, or how are you doing that?
Yeah, we're already actually starting looking at next crop year. So our Weather and Crop Surveillance Department is giving us production estimates and grade pattern estimates, and we're working that out and determining what will be available for export for next year. The most detailed planning right now is going on with this crop that we just finished, and so we're looking through August and September of 2010 is where most of the planning is right now.
So how long have you been doing transportation or logistics optimization?
Since 1995.
So since 1995. So how much has your job changed since 1995?
Well, my roles throughout the organization.
The tools you're using.
The tools have changed quite a bit. Everything is a lot more computerized now, so a lot less pen and paper, and we found ways to become more efficient through computer models.
So when, from a Western Canadian perspective, when we look at optimization, obviously it's impossible to have 100% utilization all the time.
Right.
So what do you consider kind of maximum capacity or maximum utilization?
I've never really thought of it that way, but I would hope we could become 80 to 90%.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Mark, is there anything else you want to tell us about logistics as far as grain movements for this year, or what kind of?
No, we've got a lot of grain to move this year, and as I mentioned earlier, we're going to be using a lot of capacity, and hopefully the weather will behave and things will all work out well.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot for joining us today, Mark.
Thank you.